my channel. My name is Andrea and I'm a vegan foodie traveler. I'm on a 2-month solo adventure across the UK, and in this vlog, I'll take you along on my 3-day journey through Liverpool, the iconic birthplace of the Beatles. Join me as I explore some of the city's must-see attractions, dive into its vegan food scene. At the end, I will break down all the expenses to give you a clear look at how much this trip cost me. Another Premier Inn. I'm kind of a fan of Premier Inn because they're so consistent and affordable, and they use vegan shampoo and soap, and they have bathtub. Premier Inn. Let's explore Liverpool. I highly recommend staying near Liverpool Central Station, as it's within walking distance of many key attractions. First up on my list is the Walker Art Gallery. Upon entry, I am immediately captivated by this stunning sculpture room. Known as the National Gallery of the North, it houses one of UK's most impressive collections of fine and decorative arts. Opened back in 1877, many of the gallery's most important works have been on display in the city for nearly 200 years. One piece that stands out to me is Peter Getting Out of Nick's Pool by David Hockney. He made history as the first gay man to win the John Moores Painting Prize in 1967, the same year homosexual acts between men were partially decriminalized in the UK. It is a striking piece with a powerful story. I'd love to have it hanging in my living room. The building next door is the World Museum, where you can dive into natural history, science, and world cultures. It first opened in 1853, making it the oldest museum in Liverpool. Sorry, I only skimmed through it briefly and forgot to capture any footage inside. It is around 5 PM now, so I'm stopping for my first meal at the most reviewed vegan restaurant on the Happy Cow app. The interior is spacious and filled with such positive energy. I'm trying the salt and pepper collie wings as a starter and a mushroom gyro as my main. After reading all the glowing reviews, my expectations were high. But honestly, the food tastes quite average to me. After a meal, I take a stroll along the historic Royal Albert Dock. Once a UNESCO World Heritage Site, its status was unfortunately stripped in 2021 because the UN body pointed out years of development have caused an irreversible loss to the historic value of these Victorian docks. Today, it's still one of Liverpool's top attractions. You'll also find interesting sculptures scattered around, adding a touch of art to the waterfront views. One of the highlights here is the famous Beatles statue. Unveiled in 2015, the statue symbolizes the band's significant influence on music and culture and celebrates their connection to the city. Then I come across this epic Gothic building that was featured in the Batman movie starring Robert Pattinson. It was once the tallest building in Europe between 1911 to 1932. It's only my first day here, and I already find everything about Liverpool so cool and fascinating. I can't wait to dive deeper into the history of the Beatles tomorrow. I'm trying not to eat too much chocolate, but then I saw this at the supermarket. I just had to get it. 44% less sugar. Sounds healthy. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. It gets better and better. Starting my second day here, I head back to the same restaurant for breakfast. Although I find the food pretty standard, it's the only vegan spot within walking distance from my hotel, and I'd always love to support a fully vegan restaurant with good vibes. For the main dish, I'm trying their homemade vegan eggs served on a bed of spinach, smoked carrot salmon, and an English muffin, all smothered in creamy hollandaise sauce. After breakfast, I head over to Liverpool One to grab a soy latte with my Pret subscription. I really enjoy wandering around here. It has a nice mix of shops, but what I love the most is the 5-acre green open space. Then I make my way back to the Royal Albert Dock to explore some of the attractions, starting with Tate Liverpool. It's free admission. I love how colorful and vibrant the space feels. It's filled with bold, modern pieces that gives the gallery such an energetic vibe. I am super impressed by this portrait of the Beatles made with over 15,000 jelly beans. Isn't that wild? Now I'm heading to what I'd say is Liverpool's must-visit attraction, the Beatles story. Here you can dive into the band's journey from their early days to worldwide fame, with immersive recreation of iconic places like the Cavern Club and Abbey Road Studios. Even though the Beatles are considered one of the greatest bands of all time, I'll admit I didn't know much about them before coming to Liverpool. I only knew a few hits such as Hey Jude. I didn't even realize Paul McCartney was one of the Fab Four, and he's actually one of the celebrities that inspired me to go vegan. I feel dumb for not knowing about this sooner. A section I can really relate to is the room showcasing Beatlemania. A few years ago, I was one of those crazed fans of BTS, who are often compared to the Beatles for achieving similar musical milestones and fan devotion. As someone just beginning to learn about the band, I'm genuinely intrigued by everything the museum has to offer. The exhibits are fantastic, with a range of vintage merchandise and spaces dedicated to each member's individual legacy. At the end of the tour, there is the Fab Four Cafe, where I grab another soy latte to recharge. They also have the cutest merch shop ever. I regret not buying anything from here. I should have bought some guitar picks, the Magical Mystery Tour bus bag, and a pair of John Lennon style glasses. I want to shout out to Mai for letting me know about the vegan sausage roll from Greg's. I would have never stepped foot inside and discovered this delicious and cheap snack. I am so impressed. As I make my way to the next Beatles attraction, I see their faces and names everywhere. Mathew Street is a Beatles fan's paradise, with shops and cafes all named after the members or their songs. There's even this museum entirely dedicated to Beatles memorabilia. I'm here specifically to check out the Cavern Club, where the Beatles first shot to fame in the 60s. For a £5 entrance fee, you get to experience this iconic music venue. The club has 2 stages with different musicians performing live at the same time.
Love was such an easy game to play. Now I need a place to hide away.
Afterward, I'm heading to the second most reviewed spot on Happy Cow app, a junk food focused vegan restaurant. I start with wings made of mushroom, then upgrade my katsu burger to come with loaded fries. It is super satisfying. On my way to my last stop of the day, a comedy club, I stroll down the lively Bold Street, packed with quirky little shops perfect for picking up souvenirs. At the comedy club, I can only understand about half of the jokes. Most of the comedians have thick Irish accents, which I'm not used to hearing. It's still a fun experience though. Back in my hotel room, I'm having some chocolate. I've been eating crazy amount of chocolate daily. I'm not even showing everything on screen. I bought these two prints. I thought they would match with the aesthetic of my new space. This is the Super Lamb banana. Love. I begin my last full day in Liverpool with this hearty pancakes and scrambled tofu on the side at the Vibe again. So far, I've tried 3 different main dishes from here and I find them all average. I still have room for a snack, so I grab another plant-based option from Greg's. It's good, but I still prefer their sausage roll. My first stop today is St. George's Hall. Originally, I wasn't too interested, but with a couple of spare hours and a £10 tour fee, I thought I'd give this neo-classical venue a try. And I'm so glad I did. Look at this gorgeous Great Hall. This impressive hall have appeared in TV and movies such as The Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. This space is available for rent and it can host up to 800 guests. The cost to rent the space for a day from 8 AM to 5 PM is around £3,000, which is not bad for such a grand venue.
The solidity of the works, and you have these exposed stone columns. Invested in the company that designed and built the Liverpool to Manchester railway.
The final room on the tour is the stunning circular concert room, with a romantic, luxurious atmosphere perfect for wedding ceremonies. It can accommodate up to 500 guests, with rental starting at £2,400 for a day. Again, not bad at all. I wish I could return someday to experience a concert here. On my way to the next attraction, I passed by Chinatown to check out the gate. I only found out about this while editing that it was a gift from Shanghai. I didn't know the 2 cities are considered twin cities. How cute! The Liverpool Cathedral is a must-see attraction. This massive structure is the largest cathedral and religious building in Britain and the 8th largest church in the world. Just being inside makes you feel incredibly small. The construction alone took 74 years to complete. It was designed by architect Giles Gilbert Scott. His other works include Oxford, Battersea Power Station, and the Red Telephone Box. What a legend. This is one of those moments where I feel super grateful to be here, in the present moment, and to be alive and experiencing all of this. I highly recommend visitors to spend extra £7 for the tower experience. First, you take the elevator to the bell chamber. From here, you have to climb up super steep and tall staircase to get to the top. Exercise. I believe it's worth every penny. Just look at the view. The panoramic view from the top reveals Liverpool's landscape in all its glory. It is amazing to see the city I've been exploring these past couple days from a different perspective. Being here fills me with such a sense of peace, grounding, and acceptance. It's an experience I didn't expect but deeply appreciate. Next, I hop on my first bus in the city and head to Sefton Park. This park is often compared to New York Central Park, but both were actually inspired by the same Victorian park named Birkenhead Park, which is just 20 minutes right away from Liverpool Central Station. Not too far from the park, there is Penny Lane, the famous street that inspired the Beatles song. I have a cute encounter with a Beatles fan who takes this photo of me and cheerfully says, "Beatles love you," as we part ways. That really makes my day. Then I head back to the city center to check out another cathedral named Metropolitan Cathedral. This has got to be the most unique cathedral I have ever seen in my life. Built to represent a crown of thorns, this modernist cathedral embraces stained glass and neon to symbolize hope and light, The neon lights give the space an almost surreal ambience. It feels like I'm walking inside an art installation. I love it so much. Then it is time for my last dinner in Liverpool. I take the rail to a riverside food court with a vegan spot specializing in Asian cuisine. They serve buns, noodles, and rice bowls. I go for the Oriental bowl, which includes rice, curry, salad, fried dumplings, spring rolls, and a bun of your choice. I choose Peking duck. I also order an extra Korean chicken bun. Everything is so tasty. I always like to imagine myself settling down in the cities I visit. And after London, Liverpool is the second city that makes me feel like I could really start a new life here. Departure day has come, and I realize I don't want to leave. 3 days feels way too short. I would have planned a full week if I'd known I'd love it this much. With a few hours left, I grab brunch at this healthy cafe with plenty of vegan options. The food's alright. Leaving this room off to Manchester. And that wraps up my 3-day trip to Liverpool. Such a cool city.
Here's the total breakdown. The train ticket was from Conwy to Liverpool. I stayed 3 nights at Premier Inn. The Beatles attractions include the museum and Cavern Club. A bit of shopping where I bought 2 art prints.
To round it up, I spent total £450. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. I feel like I barely scratched the surface of Liverpool. Definitely have to return one day. Please stay tuned for my Manchester vlog next. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you!